Hello from me, Carly, and little Renee. We are in the Strong Girls Club. So what we wanted to do today is, I just wanted to show you, it's all good about working your core and getting back into exercise. But in the first 6 weeks, it's really, really important as well. Usually they say not to exercise until after 6 weeks, which is true because of the healing process. But there's a lot you can do in the first 6 weeks to help with just strengthening, activating certain muscles, lengthening, to help for when you start the exercises, you'll be ready basically, and it just helps the healing process. So what you do, how you hold the baby, how you breastfeed the baby, how you stand, how you sit, how you put the baby down is just as important for the healing process, especially if you have a diastasis or pelvic floor issues. It can help with lessening the pressure in those areas. And also you want to look at the stomach and how it basically, the feel, the look, sometimes when you're rolling over or you're getting up, if you have a diastasis, if you do a sit-up, you can see the separation and it opens more. So it's really important that, as well as doing exercises to heal, you want to do what you do every day is just as important to stop or make it worse, basically. So in regards to breastfeeding, how I breastfeed, I try and sit upright as much as possible and have the think about positioning of the head, think about position of the shoulders, because when we breastfeed, a lot of the times we slunch over, we're like this, so our back, we're tightening our shoulders, we tend to just slump down and we're in this position. So I do try and sit as upright as possible and engage my core. Obviously your arms are going to get quite tired, so generally Ren's going to help me. I will be in this position with the baby, so I'll be holding her. If you find it too difficult, then just get a pillow and then just rest your arm in that position so you're upright. But you want to try and be engaging your core, opening up the chest as much as possible. If it's in the middle of the night and you haven't got anything around, then obviously you're leaning against the back of the bed, and I will again be in this position. Because it depends on the flow of your breast milk as well. Mine's been coming out quite fast. I will tend to lay back a little bit and I'll be in this position. You're smiling at me. I know I'm funny. But again, just really focusing on opening those shoulders as much as possible. In regards to standing up and sitting down, think about squatting in the squat position, okay? So we don't kind of want to be here leaning forward. We can hold her, try and keep the baby as comfortable as possible, obviously, and in a position where you can hold her nice and comfortably. Engage your core, feet hip distance, and you're just literally standing up from this position, breathing out, standing up. So whenever I stand up from the sofa or anywhere, I really try and keep the squat position. If you have any pelvic floor issues, breathing out as you lift, as you stand up, so you're not putting the pressure down. So I'm in this position, I will engage my pelvic floor before I stand up, and I'll stand up in that position, okay? So it just means you're actually getting a really good workout. So when I do classes or when I do personal training, this is one of the positions, this is what we do, especially in pregnancy as well, to get you used to motherhood movements, because this is what you're going to be doing quite often, standing up, sitting down. And what a lot of people tend to do is they're not strong enough, they'll just use their arms, use the power. All the strength should come from those legs and those glutes. You want to be working this area more than anything. From if the baby's on the floor, bending down. So we have bending positions. So if you're here, you're leaning over the cot, you can be in this position over the cot. She's still close to you, lengthening that back, keeping that core nice and strong. If you're getting down to the floor, take a lunge back. Okay, so you can still keep in really good positions, so you're not exacerbating any, your back. You're not putting a strain on your back. You're not putting a strain on the diastasis. You're not putting a strain on your pelvic floor, and you're actually getting a workout at the same time. So if I was to stand up from here, I'll go into lunge, breathe out, bring it together. Okay, I know it seems quite long-winded and thought about, but it's really important that you think about each movement, especially you want to speed up the healing process. You don't want to hinder your healing process. and you want to kind of move on from that really. So the first 6 weeks you can still do all this, okay? It's not working out, but motherhood is kind of a workout, isn't it? You're always squatting, you're always lunging, you're always moving. So it's really important you actually do it in the right way. You know, there's a lot of things that you can do day to day that will help you. So when I'm laying in bed, I roll onto my side. You know, if I'm going to get up in the middle of the night to feed Renee, I roll onto my side first, then push myself up. I'm always conscious about my core and my pelvic floor. It is difficult. You have to keep reminding yourself. Sometimes I'm not switched on. But once you get into that conscious, you know, at the moment you have to be conscious about it. You will get to a point where it'll be subconscious and it will just come so natural, which you know, it can take a couple of weeks. But if you just keep going, keep adjusting yourself, you'll get there in the end. Yeah. Good girl. So how you're standing as well. Good girl. Just be aware of how you're standing. We want to, you know, we've been 9 months of out of alignment. We want to kind of retrain ourselves. We're going to have tight muscles that's going to be pulling us out of alignment. So your glute, your foot might be turned out. So your glute piriformis might be quite tight. So if you're standing there and you find that your foot's turned out, you know, bring it back. Think about your alignment, how you're standing, how you're holding her when you're standing up. So a lot of women will be like this. You know, it's not doing anything for your stomach or your back. So bring yourself in, reset, hold, engage, neutral alignment, engage, stand up tall. Because you're not working your core here, it's going all into your back, okay? Hips are pushing forward when it should be all in a straight line. So bringing yourself back, sitting back into those heels, feet facing forward, have that engagement, relaxing those shoulders. Okay, bringing that head back, double chin it, so you're not here. All of this will help when it comes to the 6 weeks, and you want to start taking it up a little bit more. You kind of would have, you know, you're 6 weeks ahead of yourself. You're not. Don't wait until the 6 weeks or till you get the go ahead from your doctors to start doing stuff. There's stuff that you can do before, breathing exercises, release work. You know, opening up that chest. There's a lot of stuff that you can do before that will help when you want to take it up a little bit more. So definitely, you know, it will be dependent on the baby and how you're feeling, but listen to your body. But if you can try and do those simple things in the first 6 weeks, it will really help.